guys, comes a classroom here. We're going to analyze and come back and check, right? So this is USDJPY, right? So what we are looking for are reasons for us to enter a signal, right? So first of all, already saw the trend, and then fair value gap right there, and then we had a break of structure here, so we broke, went up, broke, going down, went up, and we are on a proven downtrend. So we have 1, 2, 3 as we are touching, and these are rejection candles. 4. So we have 4 confirmations to the downside. Let's see what we can aim for. And also 5. This is a significant zone here, which is where the market is, which is where the rejection is happening. So 5 confirmations. So from there we can aim for here. It's a bit let's do a 1:2. Can actually move the stop loss a bit low. It doesn't need to be that high. I don't think it's going to go back and reject, and then we can adjust our take profit to a more reasonable point. Yeah, 1:2.5, not bad. And then that's it. So I have 5 confirmations for this signal, right? So my confidence for it's a bit high. So we can run it back again. So we have got this downtrend, right? So with the trend, you've got highs and lows being created, and on a downtrend, the lows are being broken. So you create a low here, you go up, you break that low, you create another low, you go up, you come back down, you break that low and create a new low, just like that, which is what happened here. A low was created, we went up, came back, broke that low, right? And now we went up, right? So if you're following how a trend works, so for this one, that means that now we are where? We are up, which means you have to come back down and what? And break this low as a continuation of the trend, right? So that's another thing. So if you are confident, or you want to see if the market will continue with the trend, which means go up, come back, create a low, go up, and then break the low, then you can have your take profit as low as you feel like it's reasonable. But when the market reaches here, you have to lock your profits. When the market reaches this area, you have to lock your profits, just for safety, you know. But if you're gonna be having a busy day and you don't know when it's gonna get here, then it's safe for you to have your take profit around the previous low, or you can open multiple positions, lock some of them here, and then let the other ones run free. So yeah, we'll come back and see how it played out. Alrighty, you're back now. looking at the signal, we entered USDJPY, and then let's do a little bit of explanation on the trade. So this is a basic example of trading with the trend, right? It even had a fake out here, a fake breakout, because we had a trend right there with 1, 2, 3 touches, and then it had a breakout here, which was a fake out, right? And then we moved down, we hit our take profit, right? So let's do a recap of the signal. So first of all, when I came into this chart, I noticed the trend, right? So I noticed that we are on a downtrend. So we had 1, 2, 3 touches, if I remember correctly, and so I realized, okay, we are on a downtrend. And then at this point, I had to make a decision whether to trade with the trend or against the trend. So at the moment, there was no breakout, right? So there was nothing that was convincing me to trade against the trend. So I looked for signals that were with the trend, so sell signals. So we had a fair value gap here, right? Fair value gap here to the downside, which is another confirmation for a sell. And then we had rejection candles here. We had rejection candles here. So when they were touching the trend, they were rejecting, right? So they touch the trend and then go down. That's why you see these wicks. So it's because of the rejection. And then we checked here, we had a break of structure. So we had a low here, we went up, we created a high, and then we came down, we broke that low. So we had a break of structure. And then we also looked here, we also noticed this zone here. We also noticed this zone here, which is quite of a significant zone. Because when the market reached here, there was a quite rejection. Even though the rejection was not spot on, like on the zone, but you can associate this rejection with the zone right there. And also here, same thing happened. So we had a rejection around the same zone, right? So we had this zone created, and then what else did we notice? So it was the trend, the resistance zone, and then the break of structure, fair value gap, and then rejection. So with all of that, we were convinced that it was sell. And then what happened here is we had a breakout, right? We had a true breakout because it's a full candle which went outside the trend, right? So why didn't it go up? Why didn't it continue going up? If you look closely to this breakout, right, we have a bearish engulfing. So a small bullish candle and a big bearish candle. This candlestick pattern is a sell pattern. And then we have this hammer right here, and also this hammer right here. And these hammers are sell hammers, like they're signaling you to sell. So even though there's a breakout here, so there's just one thing that's pointing to a buy. But all the other things are pointing to a sell. So that's why the sell momentum won over the buy momentum, even though we had a breakout of the trend, right? So as I said here, it's a safe take profit to have, but you know, as I said, the market is continuing. So if you had like hope, or like you knew that the market was gonna break this area right here, you can, you could have like placed your take profit a bit lower, and then when market reached here, you could have like started locking your profits, and then that would have been a great signal, So that's how I entered the signal, and this is how it went. I hope that explanation helped. And yeah, so basically when you're trading, you just have to have reasons supporting your signal, right? You have to have confirmations, more than one. You have to have more than one thing pointing towards the direction that you are predicting. So if you're saying it's a sell, convince yourself, like you're convincing somebody, like in the court of law, and you're convincing them that, you know what, this chart is guilty. Why? You have to have your proof, you have to have your evidence in order. So as a trade, and if you're not part of the family, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and see you next time when I make another video.